For the main event, Alexander Volkov versus Tom Aspinall. Volkov coming in as a plus 110 underdog versus Aspinall, negative 130 favorite. What are your thoughts on this one, Fern?
Volkov, definitely. I like his style, his technique. He's kind of has that kickboxer style. Great KO, TKO win ratio. So I know he's gonna stand in front of him and go after him, on the feet. And with Aspinall, same thing. You kind of see him. He's definitely like a stronger striker. He's got power. He's got lots of KOs, TKOs. I feel like this is going to be kind of a brawler style fighter who puts pressure versus a polished kickboxer striker. Volkov, to me, will has a better resume. Aspinall has wins over Andrei Arlovsky, and Sergey Spivak, Alan Badeau.
Spivak?
Volkov, to me, his win over Alistair Overeem, I still cry over because I thought Overeem was coming back. And so
Yeah.
with that, Walt Harris, Curtis Blades, Greg Hardy, Derek has fought Derek Lewis. He lost, but he's beat Fabricio Verdum, Stefan Struve, Roy Nelson, uh, lost to Czech Congo. Like he's put in his time and effort, and this might be the one fight that I think if Volkov loses and Aspinall wins, I think it's going to be by finish TKO. This one will make me go crazy because these guys are definitely not going to take it to the ground. I don't expect it to, or if it does, it's Aspinall going to ground and pound. But I want to see some new challengers for heavyweight, and so this might be the chance. And I'd love to see another UK champion, and so I think that's kind of what this card is setting us up for, is seeing somebody fight for the title from the UK. I love the rowdiness. I'm not a fan of Conor McGregor, but the energy those European fans bring when they come watch somebody like Conor McGregor, that they're bringing when they watch Paddy Pimblett, Molly McCann, I want more of that. That soccer, ole ole, yelling in the face. Like, imagine if all their fighters do a great job this fight card. That place is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I can't wait for this fight. Aspinall is fought only 4 times in the UFC, and he's already fighting the top guys in the heavyweight division. His last one being against Spivak, who was ranked. Arlovsky, who I think was maybe ranked 15th, I want to say, maybe. But his wins have been impressive. 3 of the 4 wins have been in the first round. His win over Arlovsky was by submission in the second round. So Volkov definitely bringing the experience to this fight, but if we put the experience aside and look at technique and style, Aspinall definitely has faster hands, I think, for sure. In terms of footwork and movement, I'm not sure that either of these guys have a big advantage. I think Aspinall maybe being a little bit smaller, maybe moves a little bit better, but Volkov having that weight to kind of offset what can be done with the footwork by Aspinall, I feel like it kind of cancels each other out. I think Aspinall's going to win this fight just because he's got the fast hands, he's got the confidence, the momentum. He's on not only has he won 4 in the UFC, but he was coming off 3 wins before that, all in the first round. So yeah, it's actually crazy. If you count this up, he's got 6 out of 7 of his last wins were in the first round. Arlovsky, seemed to have done the best against him by getting into the second round. But this guy's he's not just winning, he's knocking guys out. He's winning in a dominant
He's
fashion,
finishing them for
whereas
sure.
Volkov's fights are much more competitive.
Yeah, you can almost see
What's
the
that?
difference in experience between the two. You mentioned Aspinall coming through, like finishing definitive, victories versus Volkov kind of like picking and choosing his shots. I think you've seen that just kinds of Volkov's, has beat some people up, but also has gotten beat up. So I think he's just a little more cautious. Whereas Aspinall, I think, until he faces somebody like that, he's just going to keep fighting through people, powering through people, and having the success he's having. So I think this is a great fight. Like, I love heavyweight fights. I wish there were more of them. I think of the last good one we saw, which was Bam Bam against Lewis. I love those. This is a great way to end the night, and I'm excited for this fight card in general. Like, I just can't imagine what's going to happen if these, British fighters or, English fighters keep winning. Like, hopefully we get to go one day. That's the goal.
Yes, absolutely.
West Coast Hot Boy.